I built my dream video game collection, but little did I know how difficult this was going to be. But before we reveal it, we gotta start from the beginning. So I found these shelves on Facebook Marketplace and I thought these would be perfect for my video game setup. So after I brought these home, I knew there's absolutely no way I can get these out on my own without scratching the car, so I asked my wife for some help. So I got the shelves in my garage, but little did I know that this wasn't even the hardest part yet. Alright, so I have decided to put my gaming setup right here. I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to do this because I'm home by myself and I'm going to have to bring these shelves up, but let me show you guys real quick what I'm going to have to carry it through. So if I was going to complete this video game room, I would have to carry these shelves by myself through this hallway, all the way up these stairs, and through this long corridor all the way up from my garage. But at this point I felt unstoppable and this was not going to stop me. But before we get to carrying, I first had to clean these things up. But now for the worst part. I've been dreading this moment this entire build and now it was time to finally do it. This center piece wasn't that heavy, so I quickly brought it up, but that second one was way heavier than I thought. But now it was finally time to pick up the big piece, and the worst part is that there was two of them. No joke, I thought I was going to pass out over here. That's one shelf. One more to go. Carrying these shelves totally beat me up, but now I had to move all this stuff over to this corner to make space for them. Now I just had to figure out how to move this desk around this mess. At this point, I felt like there was so much stuff in here and I was just so excited to put everything where it needs to be. I couldn't fully center it because I did not want to cover up the plug on the right side. I accidentally didn't focus the camera, so here's some extremely blurry footage of me putting in the shelves. This room gets amazing lighting in the morning, so I was super excited that none of this actually blocks the window. But after a quick wipe down of the glass, this was finally ready for these video games to go up on the shelf. The room was finally starting to look great. Now I know this doesn't look like a lot of video games, and some of you might have even more impressive builds than this, but this was everything I was able to acquire for free from reselling video games off of Facebook Marketplace. So I took out all my video games that I had in the closet and laid them out, and as we're going to be putting them up on the shelves, I'm going to be putting everything up into price charting. That way it's going to track the value of every single item, and at the end I'm going to reveal what all of this is worth, so make sure you stay tuned in for that. All right, guys, we finally completed this whole thing. This took so much planning and effort, and I cannot believe we are about to reveal this thing, but here we go. So the question is how much all this stuff is worth. And after adding everything to price charting, it came out to be $3,860. We are still expecting this to go up, and we are going to be adding to our collection. The goal is to get to $10,000. I could not believe this thing is finally complete. As you guys saw in the previous videos, this office was a mess. I had so much stuff sitting right here in the middle, and this is finally done and clean. In the future, I will probably be putting a TV, a retro TV in there, and maybe a beanbag or something so that we can sit here and play these games. But also, if you're wondering how I'm acquiring all these games, check out this previous video that I had. This is a Game Boy flip that I did where I almost lost money. But when we do make money, we add stuff to our collection and we resell all this stuff. But make sure you check that out. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll be making more videos for you guys. Also, check out my short reels and everything else. I'll see you guys on the next deal.